will follow. I would like to put forward, in the brief time allotted to me, 4 basic principles for promoting equitable economic development in areas where coca and coffee are cultivated. First, proper sequencing is crucial. Development must come first. We have heard about this from other speakers today, but I think it is very important to reiterate. Viable, sustainable livelihoods must be in place prior to significant crop productions. With proper sequencing, local farmers are more likely to collaborate with crop production efforts. Once an alternative livelihoods approach is underway and alternative sources of income are in place, governments and international donor agencies can work with local communities to encourage the gradual elimination of crops deviated to the illicit market. This approach was successful in virtually eliminating poppy production in Thailand, which we have all heard about this morning. My second point is that eradication of such crops is counterproductive unless alternative livelihoods are already firmly in place. Eradication prior to the establishment of alternative livelihoods pushes people deeper into poverty, fosters human rights violations, social unrest, instability, and violence, undermining already tenuous government legitimacy and nascent institution building. Forced eradication can fuel local insurgencies and hence conflict and internal displacement. It also reinforces reliance on growing prohibited plants as farmers without other viable economic alternatives are forced to replant, spreading the problems associated with the cultivation of such crops to new areas. Many development organizations have steered clear of alternative development initiatives that go hand in hand with forced eradication. This response is both practical, given the likelihood of failure, and moral, given the consequences of forced eradication for local communities for whom no alternatives are available. Adopting cooperative crop production strategies carried out in collaboration with local communities could encourage an array of organizations with sound track records in promoting sustainable development to begin working in areas where crops are produced for illicit markets. Third, the small-scale cultivation of prohibited plants should be decriminalized. This has been implied in some of the presentations this morning, but I think needs to be stated directly. One of the many reasons that forced eradication is counterproductive is that it alienates the very population whose support and involvement is needed for development efforts to be successful. Small farmers typically grow coca or poppy as a last resort. It is a means of obtaining limited cash income for food and other necessities. Meaningful community participation is a cornerstone of any effective development program. In Bolivia, allowing limited coca production has ensured food security and allows local farmers to explore and invest in other income-generating activities. Collaboration with local communities and organizations is a fundamental pillar of government policy in that country and has had good results. Bolivia has seen a steady reduction in cocoa cultivation in recent years, as the Chapare cocoa growing region in particular has seen impressive levels of economic development. And finally, alternative livelihoods goals and strategies should be integrated into local, regional, and national development plans. Such an integrated approach should incorporate all of those involved in rural development, including multilateral and international development agencies, the relevant government ministries, regional and local officials, and community and civil society organizations. This we have heard about from GIZ in Germany, which often refers to this as mainstreaming counter-narcotics into development programs or undertaking development in a drugs environment. Ultimately, we are talking about promoting equitable economic rural development in some of the poorest regions of the world. These are some of the issues we would like to see addressed in the debates leading up to and at the 2016 UNGAS with the participation of affected communities. Thank you very much.